Hi guys, in today's video I'm going to show you how to buy Stellar, or XLM as it's also known. I will also be opening up a Stellar wallet, the Ledger wallet, to store the Stellar. I'll show you this later on in the video. So in this little flow chart here, we're going to go through the process. Hopefully it'll make it a little bit easier for you guys to understand if you're not familiar with it. So we're going to start off with the credit card payment, so your local currency. We're going to send it over to a platform called CoinBase. In the description below I have a link, a friend referral link, and that will get you $10 worth of Bitcoin for free if you use that. So once your Bitcoin, your BTC, which we're going to buy with CoinBase, once we have that, we're going to send it to a site called GDAX. Now this little trick, if you want to call it that, I mean GDAX and CoinBase, they are the same company. So by using GDAX we can avoid fees and save some money, because Coinbase, if you send anything out, they have like a little percentage they'll charge you, whereas GDAX there's no fees. You'll see this later in the video. So once we have our Bitcoin over GDAX, we'll then send it out to an exchange called Binance. Here at Binance, the reason why we're using Binance, because the fees are very low for changing up, and it's a solid site. So we're going to take our Bitcoin, what we've purchased over at Coinbase and to GDAX, then over to Binance. So we take our Bitcoin and then we're going to change it to the XLM, the Stellar. Once we've done that, we're going to send it out to our wallet to keep it safe. I've downloaded the Ledger wallet, which you'll see. There's various other ones we can use, but I used Ledger, so you'll see that later on in the video. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys my Coinbase account. I'm going to quickly run through the process of buying Bitcoin. So on the buy sell page you'll see we have Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum and Litecoin. In this video we're using Bitcoin. So now we're just going to go down to the box here. We're going to type in the amount we want in our local currency. That will translate into Bitcoin, and then it's a case of clicking on the button here where it says buy Bitcoin instantly. It's saying it's instant because I've got my credit card set up. You can use SEPTA payments, but they take a couple of days to show up. On this last page here, it's just a matter of clicking on confirm buy, and that transaction will go through and the funds will show up in your account. The fees involved, they're broken down here. Like I say, I've already got some Bitcoin in my account already, so we're going to use that. So the Bitcoin we have in our Coinbase account, we want to send that to an exchange so we can change it into Stellar. Now, if we send it direct through Coinbase, there'll be fees involved, which I'm going to show you guys. So to do that through Coinbase, which we're not going to do, but I'm going to show you quickly, if we click on send, we have this little pop-up box here and asks for our Bitcoin address, which will be our Binance address. So if I go to Binance now, then go up to where it says funds in the top tab up there, and then you'll see a little drop down and it will be balances. We want to click on the balances, and then that will show us the list of all the coins, all the wallet addresses. We're going to go to BTC, click on deposit. Here, this is our wallet address. Again, it's a little notice there saying make sure you send Bitcoin here. If you send Ether, like any other, it will not show up. So we're going to copy this Bitcoin deposit address in Binance where we want to send our Bitcoin to. I'm going to briefly pop it in Coinbase's send thing here. Now you're going to see the network fee involved is £2.65. Now I'm not particularly happy paying this extra fee, and I'm pretty sure that you wouldn't be either. So I'm going to show you guys how to avoid paying these fees, and the way we're going to do it is by going through a site called GDAX. Now GDAX is Coinbase. You can Google it, check it out for yourself. I recommend you do this. Don't just take anyone's word for it. It tells you this stuff, but they are the same. But check it out for yourselves. Now I'm just going to quickly go over to gdax.com. It's always good to check the address you're going to, because there's a lot of people that try and spoof and basically trick people into going to different sites and taking all your credit card details and stuff like that. Now you'll see at the top it says Coinbase Inc. I typed in GDAX there, and it's kind of Coinbase, so I'm pretty confident now I'm in the right place. And when I click on sign in, because I'm already signed in with Coinbase, the cookies in my browser will remember me. It knows who I am, so it's going to sign me in without the email and password and stuff like that. So our balance is 0. We need to get some Bitcoin in here. So by clicking on deposit, we'll have this window pop up where it says Coinbase account, and then it will show the source, which is the Bitcoin wallet address from my Coinbase with the amount I have there, the total. Over here it's going to say the processing time, saying Coinbase transfers are instant and free. That's cool. So this amount here, we need to type it in. You can't just copy and paste it. It's a little bit annoying, but it doesn't take too long. Just make sure that you're putting in the correct amount you want to send over. So when I type that in, and then I'm going to hit deposit funds. Now when I do that, the balance on the left hand side, it's grayed out at the moment. You'll see that update. Like I say, it's instant. So when I click on this button here, this balance here will be updated instantly. So I have a success message saying it's done, it's deposited it, and the amount's now showing, which is great. So now we have the Bitcoin over at GDAX. I want to send that out now to Binance so I can change it up for my Stellar. To do that, it's quite simple. We just click on the withdraw button, a little window will pop up, and it will be on my Coinbase account to start with. If you wanted to send the money back from your GDAX to your Coinbase, this is where you do it. Here it's showing I have 0 in there because I've sent all of my Bitcoin over to GDAX from my Coinbase. So now we're going to take our Bitcoin and GDAX over to Binance. To do this, it's going to be fast and free, which is cool. So we need to go back over to Binance.com to basically put the address in the destination here. So we're back on Binance's Bitcoin wallet address where we want our Bitcoin to arrive. And we can get the address by clicking on the button here to copy it to our clipboard, or we can do it old school way, just like drag across there and Command C, whatever it is on your keyboard, to copy it. And then that destination wallet from Binance up here, we're going to paste that here where it says destination BTC address. Double check that is the address you want. Click on max, so that's going to take the full amount I have on GDAX and put that in there. I will click on the button here for my two-factor code to be sent to my mobile phone. Once I get that, I'm going to pop it in here and then hit the withdraw funds. Now the speed of the transaction all depends on how many people on the network using it. It can take anything from 40 minutes to a couple of hours. So here we'll see that the balance is now showing 0. So it's gone from GDAX now on its way over to Binance. We can check up on the transactions. If we go to the right hand side and then down to accounts, we'll see the date, the time, the amount. On the far right hand side, the little arrow, if we click on that, it will show like a transaction ID. We can also check up on this transaction through Coinbase. If we go to where it says sent Bitcoin pending, if we click on that, we'll get some more information. It would say how many confirmations. It's 0 at the moment, it's only just begun. The fees say it's 0. And then where it says transactions, we can click on view transaction. That will take us to a site called BlockCypher. Here I have some more information about the transaction, so you can keep tabs on where it's at. So currently it's got 0 of 6 confirmations complete. It's showing a fee here, but that won't be applied to us. You'll see that later on when we get to Binance. So it should have the 0.00618,785 Bitcoin appear over at Binance. You also see there's two outputs, two transactions coming out. I believe they bundle two together or a few together just so they can create one Bitcoin when they're sending out these transactions. So I'm going to go away. I'm going to come back in a little while and check up on this, and then we'll continue the video from that point. Okay, so I've been away and I've come back, and it's saying about 2 hours ago it was received, and it's done its 6+ confirmations. So basically that means the transaction is now complete. So when we go to Binance.com and we check our balances, we'll see an update. So on the funds tab, clicking on balances on the drop down. So on the third one down, you'll see our BTC, and you'll see the balance has been updated. There's a little bit more in there what I sent because there's a tiny bit left over from the previous transaction. So we've now got our Bitcoin in Binance, and we need to change it for Stellar. So by going up to the exchange here and clicking on Basic, we're on the exchange page now. And the top right, you will see a little search box. We can basically type in XLM for Stellar because we're on the Bitcoin market. And by clicking on that, it will update the page to the right market we need. Now there are other ways of getting to this. So if you came to the home page to start with, so in the middle of the page you'll see where it says BTC markets. This is the standard default tab. that you'll be shown, and then on the search bar we can type in XLM and it will show us the market you want for Stellar to Bitcoin. So we're just going to click on that and it will take us back to that same trading page. You'll see in this little grey box it says buy XLM. Our balance at the top here for the Bitcoin on our account. When we click on the 100%, the total at the bottom there will update with that. So because I want to change all of my Bitcoin into Stellar, I'm going to click on the 100%. Now that will show the 122 Stellar Lunums I'm going to get. So all I need to do now is click on the green button where it says buy XLM, and then it'll be done. It's very fast. You see a box, it'll flash up saying succeeded. And then on the right hand side where it says Stellar XLM, you'll see that update as well with the amount we have. So that's now done. We can check up on that again on the balances. So if we go to the top where it says funds and down to balances, you'll see at the top here XLM, Stellar Lunums, and we have the 121.878. So that's there. Now we don't want to keep our Stellar on the exchange here. We want to send it to a wallet. So I used one I found on their Stellar.org website. So by clicking on wallets, you'll find it here. There's various other ones you can use. I went with Ledger. You don't have to do that. I just went with this one because I know it and trust it. So this is an online version. There is a cold wallet you can use, but I went for the online one, which I'm showing you guys now. The sign up process is pretty straightforward and simple. I'm not going to show you because it's so easy. It'll walk you through it when you go through the process. So my account, I have 108 Stellar Lunums. Where it says your Stellar public key, this is the wallet address. So I'm going to copy this and I'm going to take it back over to Binance. And then on Binance, there'll be like a little withdrawal button. So I'm going to follow this line along, come to withdrawal, click on the button here. You'll see them on the, there's a little important note, always read these, it's always good, so you don't get caught out. It's saying the minimum you can send is 21 and don't send to these ICOs and stuff like that. So this withdrawal address, I'm going to paste the wallet address I took from my Ledger online wallet. I'm going to click on no memo. It's not compulsory, you don't need that. Sometimes when you send from your wallet back in, you need it, it'll generate it for you. I'll click on max, so that's going to take the full amount, and it will tell you your transaction fee for this is 0.010000 nothing. And then it's just a case of clicking on the submit button here. Once I've done that, there'll be a pop-up for Google authentication. Now, when I signed up for Binance, it will give you the option for setting up this two-factor authentication. I went along with it. I suggest you do the same. Google authentication, it's a free app you can download for the store, and what it does, it just generates random numbers over a set period of time, and then so basically once you open up your app, and then you'll be presented with some numbers that are available for a short period of time, then it will generate some new ones. All you've got to do is take those numbers and punch them in here like I'm doing here, and then hit submit. It's that easy, but it's a great secure way, so I recommend you do set it up. And then you'll have an email sent out to you. Check your spam and stuff like that, and in this email it will basically say do you want to proceed with this withdrawal. If you don't click on it, the order will be cancelled, and then you have to go through this process, the last little bit here again, to go through that. So that's it, basically, it's done. Now we can go check up on the history, the transactions, so the little tab here, and you'll see it's saying the email's been sent, and then what address it's gone to, and date, and the amount, and stuff like that. So I'm going to check up on that email, and now you see I've clicked on it, I've come back, it's saying it's complete, and that's about 20 minutes that took. So now if I go back over to my Stellar wallet, it'll be updated the balance. So now you'll see I've got the 230 Stellar Lunums, and that's it, it's done. So we come to the end of this video. I hope it's been of some use to you guys and helps you out. Like, subscribe, and check out the description below. If you don't have a CoinBase account, there's a link there, a friend referral link. It'll get you $10 worth of Bitcoin for free. I have a link that will take you to Binance, and also I have a link for the Ledger Nano offline cold storage wallet. If you're looking to get some serious amount of coins, it's probably a good idea to have something like that just to keep your cryptocurrency safe. So thanks again for watching. Goodbye.